What up, YouTube? My name is Desmond. Welcome to my channel, Exceptionally Des. Give me a second. I'm washing some dishes real quick. Well, making water to wash some dishes. I'm getting on today because I just need to vent some of my frustrations and maybe even, hopefully, motivate other parents out there that are going through the things that I'm going through. So one thing that people don't know about me, because I don't really share my business like that, one of my children is considered special needs. That is my son. He has ADHD. They feel like he's on the spectrum for autism as well. Low end of the spectrum, but that's what they feel. We're still finding that out for sure. Today I had to go up to the school because he just was not having a good day at school. He went to ISS like 3 times this morning because he just was having breakdown after breakdown after breakdown after breakdown. Well, finally, after this last breakdown, I had to go up to the school so that I could talk to him, try to calm him down, and get him back on track. And he's back on track now, so don't be worried about that. He's doing good. But I bring this up because as a parent, I can say with the things that my son goes through, I talk to my kids all the time. I love my kids. My kids are my everything. I would give my last breath to my child so that they could live 1 second longer than me. That's how much I love my children. I go hard for my kids. I do. I will give off the shirt off my back and make it a new outfit for my babies. That's how much I love them. And it's hard because they're at an age to where they are developing emotions. They're getting different hormones. They're going through things and changing, and they don't understand. And it's been so long since I went through these changes. I'm going to be real. I don't know how to help them the best that I can. I talk to my kids. I leave a very open door policy. You need to talk to me, I'm there. I don't care if it's something that I don't want to hear. If it's something that's upsetting to me, I will put my emotions on side so that you can express yourself, because I don't want you to deal with things the way that I had to deal with things when I was younger. I couldn't talk to my parents when I was younger. My parents immediately got upset and they was finna go kick somebody's behind. And, you know, sometimes we need people who listen instead of just acting. But, anyways, going back to my son. With him, the issue is he does not know how to express himself. Like, he'll feel something, and he don't understand why he's feeling it, and it just builds up, and it builds up, and it builds up, and it builds up until he can't hold it in anymore. And he doesn't know how to express himself verbally. Another thing that he has is he has a speech delay. When he was born, he had some things wrong with his ears. He had to get tubes in his ears. So he already had fallen behind because in the early stages of life, like between, 1 and 2, and that's when your parents are talking to you and teaching you your ABCs, your 1, 2, 3s, you're learning language, you're learning pronunciation and things like that. He missed out on that because I didn't find out till he was almost going on 3 that he had a hearing problem and he needed to get tubes in his ears. So he was a little bit behind because he didn't get the tubes till he was about 3. So he didn't really start speaking, like speaking. Like my son wouldn't talk. Like he just was like, so he was a little bit behind on that too. So sometimes it's a little bit harder for him because he's 6, starting to where he is talking more, and you can actually understand what he's saying now. There's some things you still can't understand, but for the most part, he speaks much better than he did. So he's got 2 things against him. It's a little bit hard to understand him, and then he also has a hard time processing his emotions, and when he's upset, he does not want to talk. He just acts, and if you don't let him calm down on his own, and this day and age, going to school, you're on the teacher's time. They ain't got time to be waiting for you to calm down so that you can talk. So, but anyways, we can't give up on our kids. We cannot give up on them. We got to have their back. And it's hard. And it's like people don't understand that it's hard. Like, you have to have a job. Most parents are a 2-income home. one parent does not have the ability, honestly, neither parent has the ability to just be able to leave. Or it's so bad that you can't work, period, and you have to get on Social Security to have some source of income from your child. And honestly, that's not enough income. Trying to feed 1, 2, 3, however many kids you have, and you only have income of $800 to work off of, and you got to pay lights, water, rent, car insurance, now you got to pay cable bill, internet bill, because people are going to school online and things like that, and it's hard, and people are not understanding. Like, you try your hardest to deal with something that you don't understand yourself. Your baby don't understand. You don't understand. It seems like schools don't have compassion. They're not trying to work with you. Jobs most certainly aren't compassionate. Well, you know, you've already missed this many days. You can't miss any more days. And it's like, do you choose between your job or do you choose your kids? Now, me personally, that's an easy question. I don't mind hustling. I'll go get a side hustle. I'm going to choose my kids and myself all day, every day before a job that's going to easily replace me. Like, jobs, you pass away, guess what they're going to do? They're going to send your family a pen set, a nice card, and replace you. So that's why my philosophy is I got to take care of myself and I got to take care of my kids. But I bring it up because don't give up on your kids. They need you. I promise you, if you are there for your kids and you help them when it's hard for them, it's going to get better. You can only move forward. You can only go forward. If I were to tell you my story from the beginning, when I first found out all this stuff and I was realizing all these things and noticing things that my son was doing, and I was reaching out for help and nobody could help me and nobody was explaining to me what steps I needed to take. Even the doctor was not helping me, I guess because I wasn't maybe explaining it correctly, but even the doctors was not helping me, and I knew that there was an issue. Don't give up. I have come so far. Even on days like today where we're taking a couple of step backs and we're having meltdowns and things, there's a new day tomorrow, and we don't want to bring the mistakes that we made yesterday to the next day. We're going to try again and move forward and learn your lesson. As long as you learn your lesson and can move forward, that's all that we could do. So I just needed to get that off of my chest. I was a little bit upset. I had cried a little bit because it's hard to see your little people going through things that they don't understand. And unfortunately, when it comes to emotions and handling them, you know, they got to learn how to do that on their own. And the best that we can do is support our kids. So like I was saying, I just wanted to say for other parents that got kids that are suffering from disabilities, whether that be a mental disability, emotional, physical, take it one day at a time. We can't do more than one day at a time. That's all we can do. One day, and when we get past that one day, even if we make a mistake that day, guess what? We got to try our best and not make that same mistake tomorrow. And even if you do, guess what? We gonna try again and keep trying again and try again and try one more time, and eventually we'll get it together and we'll move forward. Go ahead and y'all have a good rest of your day. Stay positive and be strong, especially for yourself, especially for your kids. If nobody else tells you today, I'm proud of you. You are doing good. You are still here. We need you here. Stay here with us. Be blessed.